Now on CoastTV News.
Still struggling with snow. More than a week after the big storm, Delaware is still digging out.
Funding shortfall, what cash-strapped state parks may have to do to raise money.
Pushing pause on development. A new proposal would place a year-long moratorium on building in certain areas, but it's facing fierce pushback.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Short on cash, a DNREC funding shortfall coming to light. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight focused on a rough balance sheet for the Delaware Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control.
Cape Henlopen is one of 17 state parks that DNREC oversees. And according to a fact sheet on DNREC's website, valuable habitat in parks like Cape are at risk due to inadequate funding. Coast TV News reporter and anchor Brandon Ferguson live in Lewis. Brandon, according to that fact sheet, DNREC is proposing legislation that would raise DNREC's permitting and licensing fees.
Maddie, the outgoing secretary says in order for the agency to keep up with demands, it needs money now and fast. 1991, 34 years ago. That's the last time the state has raised fees for Delaware state parks. Take a look at this chart provided by DNREC. It shows that 54% of funding comes from permit and license fees.
I think it's extremely important that our parks be fully funded.
A document on the DNREC website claims that raising fees would make parks and park programs more sustainable in the long run. And it goes on to say that if that doesn't happen, parks could face environmental problems that may not be caught until they become emergencies or threats to public health. Still, fees are never popular. Lewis local Larry Franz says he's seen attempts to raise more money by changing prices before.
They've tried to introduce commercial revenue sources at Cape Henlopen in order to feed the revenue of the other parks, but that falls short because all the people of Lewis understand what a precious value commodity the Cape Henlopen Park is.
While others see the need for more money, but they aren't sure fees are the best way to go about it. One man I spoke to off camera in Lewis said all the money that's going to developers statewide, some of that should be going to the state parks to help this funding shortfall. The urgency for more money was specifically pointed out in a press release from the now former secretary Sean Garvin, who said, quote, DNREC is experiencing crippling shortfalls. Tuesday, DNREC told Coast TV, quote, DNREC will not be commenting at this time on what former Secretary Garvin pointed out about fees collected by the department. Whatever happens, Hope Halleck says funding shouldn't come at the detriment of the park.
It's a beautiful natural area that should be preserved and that we shouldn't have to commercialize it and degrade it in order to keep funding it.
Right now, the boardwalk of the David Mcbride bathhouse is covered in snow, but that will eventually melt away, and before we know it, summer will be back. The park will be busy, but will the prices be the same? That remains to be seen. Today, I tried to get in contact with the outgoing Secretary Garvin, and the person I talked to wasn't comfortable giving out his number. We will see how the new secretary handles these shortfalls. In Lewis, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Brandon. Now, one commercial revenue source proposed at once was the idea of a restaurant there at the bathhouse. Now, that was scrapped, though, after massive pushback.
New at 6, a new Sussex County councilman now has decided to table his proposal for a moratorium that would have stopped new developments in agricultural zones for 12 months. Recently sworn-in council member Matt Lloyd is still looking to introduce it eventually. The decision comes after receiving a lot of backlash during Tuesday County's council meeting.
I think moratoriums are really an overreaction and a short-sighted way to try to solve problems. Moratoriums themselves don't really actually solve problems. They create more problems than they solve by creating some uncertainty in the marketplace and impacting tons of local businesses and local jobs throughout the market.
Now, this is important. Lloyd says he plans on talking with council members to try to get their support before reintroducing the idea. All of this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what should guide development decisions in Sussex County?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. 57% say environmental impact, Kind of interesting. That kind of ties into Brandon's
It
story,
does.
too. 27% say community input, 12% say agricultural preservation, and 6% say job creation.
If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that. Go to coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app, and we'll show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11.
And that poll definitely still applicable even if the initiative is tabled. It's just about development. Well, in Delaware also, high-speed internet zooming into more homes and businesses. According to a release from the governor, broadband connections will be installed at over 5,700 homes and businesses. It's all due to a $17.4 million grant from the federal government. The release says Verizon and Comcast will expand broadband to specifically rural areas across the state. The goal is to be done by 2027.
On Tuesday, Representative Melissa Minor Brown made history as the first black Speaker of the House in Delaware. She replaced the seat held for years by retired Speaker Pete Schwarzkopf of Rehoboth Beach. Minor Brown pledged to push policies that will help all Delawareans thrive, especially during tough times.
I know we're all over the snow. Roads, bad. Neighborhoods, bad. And for many, trash still piling up. Here's the scene throughout Milton specifically, as road conditions prevented normal service last Wednesday and Thursday. Now, we spoke with people all over Milton, but in Cannery Village, they say they're just ready for pickup.
Well, for us, it's been a minor inconvenience, but I think we have to get used to these drastic weather conditions as climates change and deal with them.
Now, we spoke with Blue Hen Disposal, who is one of the major trash providers, and they said they're letting people put out more trash than fits in bins if that's necessary. And again, that's all due to the snow and ice. And as we take a live look into Ocean City, our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams actually has a graphic that's kind of perfect for this, Paul.
Because it deals with how we can't get rid of the snow that's already fallen. So first of all, remember, we had a foot of snow in a lot of places. And what this is dealing with current snowpack. This means, for example, areas that have not been treated properly with salt or brine, that snow is still there. So for areas just to the west of Rehoboth Beach Ocean View, where you see the blue, that's where we still see about 10 inches of snowpack left. Outskirts of Georgetown, Laurel, Millsboro, where you see the lighter blue, that's 8 inches. So that's what's hindering a lot of the services that we have. If it's not a salted road, it's looking a lot like this. We'll have more on your cold forecast coming up. To then, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. We have new details from Delaware State Police on a motorcycle crash that shut down part of Route 1 Monday night. According to police, the crash happened just after 5:30 p.m. when a 19-year-old motorcyclist was speeding on Coastal Highway. Police say the rider sped past an unmarked state police car and ignored troopers. Officers say the driver ran a red light and was driving recklessly. Eventually, the motorcycle ended up crashing with a truck that was turning onto Bay Crossing Boulevard. Police said the motorcyclist is in critical condition. The 69-year-old truck driver from Milton was not hurt.
And another crash today. A 67-year-old woman from Millsboro was hurt in the Giant grocery store parking lot on Plaza Drive. According to police, it was around 11:30 a.m. The woman was walking in the lot when a 72-year-old driver hit her. Both will be okay. The driver was given a ticket, though, for inattentive driving.
Milford police say the shore stop on Bay Road was shattered. On your screen now is the location of the attempted burglary. Officers say Bryant Ratliff is charged with attempted burglary and criminal mischief. For more on this, check out coasttv.com.
New fallout today after Milford decided to not allow marijuana sales in city limits. It's a story you saw first on Coast TV News at 11. The choice was between banning retail marijuana or allowing it in certain areas. Now, Chris Tenbush says he's disappointed in the all-out ban.
I think it could have been good for the town and a lot of revenue coming into the town. I mean, I'm okay with how they're zoning it away from churches and schools and stuff like that. But to completely ban it from town in general is a little disappointing.
Now that leaves Lewis as the only big city on the coast that could still allow marijuana if they decide to. No decisions yet there in Lewis. And we have a full story on this and a list of other towns where they stand on it. Check out coasttv.com.
For Delaware businesses, a grant to encourage small business growth, that's open for competition. The spring round of grants starts February 1st. Interested in learning more, the Delaware Division of Small Business is hosting a webinar on January 22nd at 10 a.m. to review the application process.
Delaware's General Assembly reconvened today in Dover. During this session, lawmakers are expected to reattempt a bill that would legalize medically assisted suicide for those suffering from terminal illnesses. Another bill in the works is funding school resource officers at all public schools, and lawmakers could consider allowing home delivery of wine. And we have a lot more news to get to this evening.
A local scholarship fund is making some big changes to some history.
Single-digit wind chills will be greeting us tomorrow morning. How long does the frigid wind chill stick around? I'll have the answer in my full 7-day forecast.
But first, icy roads and sidewalks, something people across Sussex County say it's not dealt with. We have that story when we're back in just 60 seconds.
This winter, raise a glass to quiet luxury with elevated looks from Ashley. During the New Year's Toast to Style sale, discover timeless rooms as low as $5.99. Plus, shop New Year's Hot Buys, $5.99 and under. Only at Ashley in tax-free Delmar in Millsboro, Delaware.
Coastal Comfort knows there's no place like home. It's where we can be totally comfortable. Totally comfortable being ourselves, making a mess, making improvements, making strides, making memories with those we love. Totally. Big or small, at the beach, or on the farm, all along the Eastern Shore. It's home, and Coastal Comfort is always here to keep you totally comfortable.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
This new year, get more rest and less stress during Furnitureland's New Year Mattress Sale. Save up to 25% off select mattress brands like Serta, Nectar, and Lisa. Plus, get fast free delivery only at Furnitureland. In style, in stock, in your home today.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Attempting to clear off a car. That's what many people in Sussex County are still doing. A week after the snow hit the coast. Can you tell I'm over it, Charlie?
My favorite word there was attempting. Delmarva's first snowfall of the year brought in almost a foot of snow in most places. Coast TV reporter Zakiya Jennings shows us how many are still being impacted a week later.
Playing in the snow after Delmarva's first snowstorm of the year is something many people have been doing, but others aren't having as much fun since their roads and walking trails haven't been cleared yet. John Gazzardi was out cleaning his car on Tuesday. As someone from up north, he gives Delaware its credit for their snow removal efforts, but he says more could be done.
I think that the main roads were done fairly well from what I've seen. And also some of the ancillary roads and the back roads just need more attention.
Tyler Hessert took his 2 dogs out for a walk, and while the dogs love these weather conditions, Hessert does not. He says it's frustrating that his neighborhood's homeowners association has yet to clear common areas such as walking trails.
Those took days to be cleared, and we are now 8 days post-storm, and those areas still haven't been cleared in their entirety.
8 days after snow hit the coast, and some say it's almost like they're still snowed in. Where I'm walking now is the walking trail that man was telling me about within his community. He says people in his community have been talking about the ice, but the HOA has not yet sent out an email. Other people within Sussex County say a week after the snowfall, they are just now getting snowplows down their streets, and they're hoping something can be done sooner next time. In Millsboro, I'm Zakiya Jennings, Coast TV News.
And as you can see on your screen now, it appears like some ice removal was happening at the Wawa parking lot there in Lewis off of Coastal Highway. You could see that's kind of a cool, it's like an ice plow there happening. Little loader there. All right, seems neat to me. But again, not sure the weather is going to cooperate to get rid of the rest of it, Paul.
In fact, let me give you the lowdown on what to expect. The storyline is this. Tomorrow, more cold, blustery wind chills in the teens. And then we'll have showers going to weekend milder here, but don't get happy. Please don't get happy. I have something else after this that you need to stick around to see to believe.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Upgrade your windows and doors with West Shore Homes' 3 for Free sales event. With a free project upgrade, free installation, and interest-free financing until 2026, you won't have a single payment for 12 months. Lock in your savings today at westshorewindow.com.
Designed to outlast and outlive. Toyota trucks are unmatched, unstoppable, unequaled. Take Tundra, built in America, with an available iForce Max Twin Turbo Hybrid engine, with top-of-the-line tech for on the job and on the road. Buy a Tundra now with $2,000 customer cash, or take 1.99% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
Are you suffering from hair loss? Maybe you need to cut a few pounds. Ready to start dating again? Well, here at East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air, we can help you with none of that.
But what we can help you with is plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, tub and showers, water heaters, air conditioning, heat pumps, gas furnaces, and sewer and water main replacements. Stop dealing with chamois that don't work and call Delmarva's top service provider.
East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air! Or find us online at eastcoastplumbing247.com. Forget about it.
Start your new year off right with a brand new bathroom with Coastal Bath Company. We're the only Bathlanded dealer on Delmarva with the Good Housekeeping seal. Plus, we have a 2-year money-back guarantee.
I would hands down recommend Coastal Bath. There's no one better.
Coastal Bath gave us a beautiful walk-in shower.
Save $2,025 off your new acrylic bath system. Plus, no payments and no interest until 2026.
Call today for a free in-home estimate. Local and family-owned. Coastal Bath.
Johnny Janosic knows that home is where family memories are made. Family owned and operated for over 70 years, we offer the biggest selection of the best brand names, all at the guaranteed lowest prices. Find sofas, bedrooms, mattresses, and more. We have everything you need for your home, and we have free expert design services to help. Shop thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Experience the difference at Johnny Janosic World of Furniture and Mattresses.
Upgrade your windows and doors with West Shore Homes' 3 for Free sales event. With a free project upgrade, free installation, and interest-free financing until 2026, you won't have a single payment for 12 months. Lock in your savings today at westshorewindow.com.
We're extremely cold for now and for tomorrow and the day after. We'll get a brief reprieve over the weekend, then we nosedive right back into even deeper depths of cold and uncomfortableness. Our tunnel razor camera in Lewis, 27 degrees, and we're going to stay in the 20s with partly cloudy skies for the rest of the night, and the winds are going to start picking up as well. 25 degrees currently in Milton, 28 in Bethany Beach, 27 right now, Rehoboth. The winds right now, a big concern along the beaches like Lewis, Dewey, Ocean View, and Fenwick Island because we have the gale wind warning in effect until 10 o'clock in the morning. Gale wind warning means 40-mile-per-hour winds kicking up dust in a major way. Well, technically, kicking up sand and snow. Ocean City all the way down towards Chincoteague, and it's like that along pretty much all of the coastal regions of the Delmarva Peninsula. On top of that, the temperatures are tanking to the point where we have a cold weather advisory in effect for Ocean Pines, Liberty Town, Newark, Golf Club shores. This means we're watching out for the temperatures to possibly, or the wind chills to drop into the single-digit category. Then there's one other little wrinkle that's been just added earlier this afternoon, pardon me. Freezing spray advisory. Now let me go over this real quick. You see, when bridges and snow or icy weather kicks in, you have to remember that most roads lose heat evenly, but unlike normal roads, which have ground to help keep insulated, the cold air goes underneath the bridge, so the resulting heat loss is a lot quicker, and the icing happens dramatically, like 30 degrees versus 34. That kind of a dramatic difference. And tonight, we drop into the 20s, with winds staying relatively light. The wind chill tomorrow will start off in single digits. Eventually, we'll ease our way up to 11 by 8 o'clock, and then we'll stay in the teens most of the day, except maybe by 2 to 3 o'clock, we'll maybe feel like 20. But here's how we'll start the day. 7 degrees is what it's going to feel like Wednesday morning. Then Thursday morning, it's going to feel like the same thing. By mid-morning, we'll have temperatures in the teens, and it's not going to get much warmer after that. Our chances of precipitation stay null till we get to Saturday and Sunday, and that's a good thing because that means we shouldn't see more snow, but we will see rain, cold, annoying, trying to refreeze on the road rain. You see, Saturday we're looking at rain, back end of a low pressure system, and frontal boundary pushing through. Sunday we could see a passing flurry or two on top of that, so cold air immediately follows the rain. That's going to complicate the roads even more so, and we're going to be crazy cold for next week. So here we go. 19 for tonight, 7 to 15 for the wind chill. Teens for tomorrow, though we're looking for a high of freezing, by the way. 34 for Thursday. But here's a look at your extended forecast, and I want you to take note of the fact this is the reprieve, and here's where we tank. 8 degrees Monday going into Tuesday, and Tuesday going into Wednesday.
Paul, thank you. The George H.P. Smith Scholarship in Lewis is expanding. Founded in 2010 by the family of the late former Lewis mayor and educator, the fund will now give renewable grants of $1,500 to 4 students at a time for up to 4 years instead of a one-time thing.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
On the tragic death of former Orioles starter Brian Mattis, the 37-year-old died of an apparent drug overdose. This comes from a Phoenix police report obtained by the Baltimore Banner. No foul play was suspected. Mattis was a former number 4 overall pick by the Orioles back in 2008. He made 68 starts for Baltimore and is best remembered for his dominance of David Ortiz. The 6'5 lefty held the Hall of Fame Red Sox slugger to a 138 average in 29 at-bats, including 13 punch-outs. Mattis' last pitch in the majors with the Cubs in 2016. On a lighter note in the first state, we want to congratulate the Delaware 10U football team for winning the Red Division National Championship down in Naples, Florida. This team was comprised of local stars from Kent and Newcastle County, and they outscored opponents 96-0 down in the Sunshine State. Tonight on DSN, Parkside and Y-High girls basketball just tipped off at Parkside. The Lady Tribe tried to stay perfect, while the Rams are 4-1 on the season coming in. Salisbury Christian and the Salisbury School boys basketball also just tipped off. You can find that one over on DSN+.
New year, new bath. Bring in 2025 with big savings from Bath by Spicer Brothers.
Right now, get 20% off all upgrades, plus save 25% on your entire bathroom project. Baths by Spicer Brothers can bring your vision to life with safe and accessible tub-to-shower conversions.
Our factory-certified team guarantees 5-star professional installation completed in as little as 1 day.
Call today and save 20% off all upgrades and 25% off your entire bathroom project.
Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Now it's time for Roofer of the Day. Led by Tyler Hershey, the crew at Hershey Exteriors came out with a strong game plan. It all started with excellent coverage, highlighted by an equipped and protective netting. But Hershey didn't stop there. When they spotted any openings in the roof, boom! They closed the gaps, keeping the home safe from any leaks. And they provide a free Golden Pledge warranty that's backed by GAF. Now that's a game changer. If you need a roof, I'd go with Hershey Exteriors because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
At Arctic Heating and Air Conditioning, we are offering great deals on new system replacements. We have financing options from 0% for 36 months or options with payments below $95 a month. Don't need financing? Arctic is offering instant rebates up to $1,400. Qualifying customers can receive up to a $2,000 federal tax credit on Energy Star certified systems, and Delmarva Power customers can receive up to a $960 instant rebate on select systems.
For 150 years, Ocean City, Maryland has been somewhere to smile about. From our beautiful beaches to our iconic boardwalk, we've been creating memories that last a lifetime, whether you're chasing the perfect wave, a hole-in-one, or a sunset stroll. Celebrate our 150th anniversary with 150 days of celebrations, special events, and deals all year long. Book now and save in 2025 at ococean.com/150. Ocean City, Maryland, somewhere to smile about.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. 32 for the high tomorrow, up to 45 with a chance of rain Saturday, Sunday. Then we get crazy cold Monday night going into Tuesday, Tuesday night going into Wednesday, because we're going to drop to 8 degrees. That's not the wind chill, that's the actual temperature.
Whew. Okay, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.